Today, we're diving into something pretty cool. How philosophy that's literally thousands of years old can act like an operating system for our brains, especially in the middle of all this modern chaos. We're talking about Stoicism, and it might just be the toolkit you need to build resilience and find some calm.
Okay, so before we get to the solution, let's just be real about the problem for a second. We're all feeling it, right? This modern attention crisis.
I mean, seriously, does your life feel like a constant battle for your own attention? Because if you feel like you're being pulled in 1,000 different directions, well, you're not going crazy. You're not alone. Our entire digital world is set up this way, and it makes focusing on what actually matters feel almost impossible.
And look, this isn't just a feeling, it's a feature. It's by design. You've got algorithms pushing you to stay online, a constant flood of notifications, and that anxiety you get from comparing yourself to others. The lines between work and life are, well, what lines? And now we've got this endless scroll of low-quality AI slop to deal with. It's information overload, and it's leading straight to burnout.
So, what's the fix? How do we even begin to fight back and reclaim our own minds? Well, believe it or not, the answer might come from an ancient operating system that's over 2,000 years old.
Yep, we're talking about Stoicism. At its core, it's a super practical way of thinking. It's all about cultivating clarity and inner freedom by doing one simple but really hard thing, focusing on what's actually in your control and learning to accept what's not. Think of it like a program for your mind designed to handle life's bugs and crashes.
And the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoics, just nailed it with this quote. "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That right there, that's the central promise. Our real power isn't in changing the world around us, it's in choosing how we respond to it. Okay, that all sounds great, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we start rewiring our minds to work this way? Well, this is where it gets really practical. The first and most important tool is what's called the dichotomy of control. It's super simple. You just have to get really clear on separating what's in your control from what's outside of it. So, look at this. On one side, you have your judgments, your intentions, your actions. That's your turf. On the other people, the economy, your reputation. You can influence them, maybe, but you can't control them. And that distinction is everything.
And here's a great way to make this real. It's called the control circle exercise. Seriously, grab a piece of paper, draw a big circle. Now inside that circle, write down everything about a stressful situation that's truly up to you. Your effort, your attitude, your next move. Then, outside the circle, write down everything else, the final outcome, how other people react, random chance. See? This shows you exactly where your energy should go.
Next up is a mental filter called the Discipline of Assent. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's a 3-step process. First, something happens. You get a nasty email, you see a crazy news alert. Second, and this is the crucial part, you pause. Before you react, you ask yourself, is this just a fact, or is this my judgment about the fact? And third, you choose whether to agree or assent to that initial emotional reaction. You get to decide if it's true or if it's just noise. So once you have that mental framework, you can start building daily habits. Because let's be honest, knowing this stuff is one thing, but doing it is where you forge that real inner strength. Okay, this one might sound a little intense. Practicing voluntary discomfort. Things like taking a cold shower or sleeping on the floor for a night. But here's the thing, this isn't about punishing yourself, it's about training. It's like a vaccine against hardship. By choosing a small, controlled dose of discomfort, you prove to your brain that you are way more resilient than you think. You can even do something like asking for a 10% discount on your coffee, just to get used to feeling a little awkward.
Another powerful habit is the evening review. Just take 5 minutes before bed to journal or just think through these questions. What good did I do today? Where did my judgments maybe go off track? Was I the person I want to be? It's not about beating yourself up. It's about turning every single day into a lesson for becoming a little bit better.
All right, so let's bring this all the way back to where we started. How do we apply this ancient wisdom directly to that modern attention crisis? How do we reclaim our digital selves?
It starts with your phone. You can literally change the settings to be more stoic. Try strategic grayscale. It removes those shiny, addictive colors. Go on a notification fast. Turn off everything that isn't from a real human being. Be an information miser by setting a time budget for your scrolling. And my favorite, the 2-second pause. Literally just count to 2 before you respond to anything. Your phone should be your tool, not the other way around.
And it's also about your mindset when you pick up the phone.
Here are 3 simple actions. 1. Name your circle. Before you start scrolling, remind yourself, I can control my usage, I can't control the algorithm. 2. Pause and ask. Take 1 deep breath before opening an app and ask, am I using this or am I avoiding something? And 3. Choose purpose. Go online to do something specific, not just to consume whatever's there. This isn't about hating technology, it's about using it on your own terms.
So, we've covered the problem, the philosophy, and the tools. But honestly, the most important part is turning all these words into action. It's time for your first Stoic step.
This quote says it all. Don't be satisfied with mere reading. Stoicism is a philosophy you do, not just one you think about. So right now, I'm challenging you to pick just one of these exercises we talked about and actually try it. Don't overthink it. Just take action.
The path forward doesn't start with some huge, life-altering plan. It starts with one small, intentional choice. So the question is, what is one thing you will do today if fate permits? The world is definitely chaotic, but you don't have to be. You have the power to build your own inner calm. It all starts with that first step.